because whites for girls.
Or is he like
Unless Alex is a secret girl.
He is somewhere in that sea of blue.
Well, I would probably say he's probably somewhere towards the back. Because they do have to put it probably in the back. That's the
Can you see him?
probably in the back because the last name starts with R. They do last names.
I think it looks like that. I see him. It's not bad. It's not bad.
Maybe that's what it's
That is an alphabetical. What's happening?
Yeah, so he should have the yellow thing.
Yellow, yeah.
I might be wrong though.
Wait, what does that mean?
It means you got honors. You got honors. You get like 95. Like every semester. Every year. There's an algebra. That's fine too, because once you find it out, once they pull their name.
Tell me when you see him, yeah?
Did you find him yet?
Pretty. Oh, I see that. See, even my sister said she was wrong. Is Grace wearing a red t-shirt? Yeah. She's standing in front of the train. That's He's already sitting. Second row. I'll tell you. They're upstairs.
Look for a kid that's like 7 foot tall. He should be somewhere near his neck right there. Probably not yet.
Is that the guy fixing his hat?
Maybe over 10 the massive. Close to Alex. Alex, mom and dad.
Right there. Oh, yeah.
So he's behind the two girls in the white?
I don't think so. I mean, it looks like I could be wrong.
They're getting closer.
She just had 1, 2, 3 votes right now. Third in.
Oh no, he stood up.
No, third in.
Like, you're not
No cross.
Good afternoon and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Please rise and remove your hats and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, we ask that you please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
Technical difficulties, huh?
Are they saying it or just?
Yeah, I think it's a recording.
Okay, due to some technical difficulties, we'll move on with the program. Just kidding.
It is now my pleasure to introduce the principal of Oceanside High School, Dr. Brendan Mitchell.
Good afternoon. It is my pleasure and privilege to welcome you to the 120th graduation at Oceanside High School. First, a few things. I would like to thank the members of our symphonic band, concert band, and band ensemble under the direction of Michael Vetter and Lynn Garcia, as well as the symphonic choir, concert chorus, and vocal ensemble under the direction of Alexandra Liahu and Nicole Hagland for their amazing work this year. Unfortunately, due to uncertain weather, as you know, we were unable to hear them perform tonight, but they definitely deserve to get acknowledged. We know how important it was for this class and this community to have one outdoor ceremony tonight here. Knowing that we are working against the weather, elements of tonight's celebration have been adjusted to ensure that our students get their moment here to cross the dais. It is now my pleasure to introduce the salutatorian of the class of 2023, Mr. Michael Kane.
So, I'm not sure whose idea it was to picture the audience naked, but I hope this person was eventually given the help they needed, because I'm just terrified right now. Instead, I plan on picturing you all with extra layers of clothing. So, good evening, teachers, faculty, parents, the Board of Education, mom, dad, family, friends, esteemed guests, and, of course, the class of 2023. I am Michael Kane, or as many of you know me, the Kane Train. It has been my privilege to be the president of the class of 23 for the past 4 years. According to the Urban Dictionary, A class president is usually good-looking and swole. As you all can see, I forged my own path and rebelled against that definition. Seriously though, I am very honored to speak here, and I want to focus on some advice that I hope we can all take with us beyond our high school careers. Specifically, I believe having fun, working hard, and staying humble brought me to where I am. Before we leave OHS, I want to remember some highlights of our high school years. Whether it was breaking the bleachers in 309 at football games, or screaming like maniacs at Hofstra for the boys' soccer team, or even cheering on those in the Light Fit games, we have always come together as a family. At Six Flags, we all learned two valuable lessons. One, we cannot be afraid of what we have not yet done. And two, we cannot fall asleep on the bus surrounded by our friends, specifically those who are still awake. Between winning Battle of the Classes and WTV, this year has been a blast. Oh, and by the way, shout out to the Oceanside Fury soccer team. With all this being said, I want you, parents and students, to know what I see in the class of 23. When I look before you, I see the future. I see physicians, mathematicians, entrepreneurs, and attorneys. I see professional athletes, teachers, students. Nope, I don't see students, I see students now. Soldiers and government officials. But at the same time, I see kids. With the upcoming stresses and responsibilities being forced upon you all, remember that you are all still teenagers. You are supposed to live your life, learn from mistakes, and experience the world around you. As Ferris Bueller remarks, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Don't let pressures and expectations prevent you from enjoying your life. If your hairstyle starts to look like that of Mr. Barbacia's, then you're taking things too seriously. For those of you who don't know, he's bald. With this in mind, it's also important to find the balance between work and life. The path to success is arduous, but attainable. As Rocky said, nobody is going to hit as hard as life, but it's not how hard you can hit. It's how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. It's how much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. If you are diligent, dedicated, and determined, nothing can stop you from achieving your goals. We all have faced challenges in high school. Some of us have to balance multiple jobs. Others must provide for families. And there are definitely a couple who have hurled their remotes at their televisions after their first-round fantasy football picks got injured in week 1. Whatever it may be, we will continue to experience these hardships. But if we back out now, then all our work was for nothing. Personally, I am beyond blessed to be selected as one of the 12 students nationwide to gain admission into the 8-year direct entry leadership in medicine program through Union College and Albany Medical College. We all possess the capabilities and opportunities to have success in our lives. Success is not measured by grades or popularity. Rather, it is determined by the attainment of our own personal goals. As Eleanor Roosevelt said, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. You are the only person who can determine your own success. Remember that with proper commitment, everything will work out in the end. If it has not yet worked out, then it is not the end. Now, I would like to take a brief moment to recognize Mr. Luisi. I have never met a man more kind, caring, humble, or motivated than Mr. Luisi, and words cannot express my gratitude to him and his work. He seeks the highest in aiding everyone and anyone, and he will never quit until you have succeeded. Mr. Luisi took me under his wing, and he has been by my side ever since. Mr. Luisi, I wish you only the best, and I hope we all may one day be able to truly appreciate what you do for us and the Oceanside community. In the words of Kendrick Lamar, be humble. I believe humility is the ultimate depiction of character. Above everything else, leaders must have the modesty to know that we are not better than those around us, and we are willing to accept criticism and learn from our failures. Those who place themselves on a pedestal will never succeed. It doesn't matter how intelligent, athletic, wealthy, or strong someone is. Without the clarity to realize that all of us are on the same level, you will go nowhere in life. After all, people want to be around those who are kind, caring, and humble. So I advise you, class of 23, to be the person your peers want to lead them. You don't necessarily have to be the best to be great, but you do have to be the most humble. Hearing the sound of my dad snoring means it's time to wrap this up. There's a lot of important information to take from high school. Derivatives, integrals, remembering Mr. Lyson loves us. But most importantly, have fun, work hard, and stay humble. Wherever you plan on going next, take these lessons with you. There is no script in life. It's up to you to choose if you will be phenomenal or be forgotten. I already made my choice. What's yours? Thank you again, and congratulations to the class of 20.
Thank you, Michael. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Superintendent of the Oceanside School District, Dr. Phyllis Harrington.
Thank you, Dr. Mitchell. As Dr. Mitchell said, we have decided to modify some of our statements, so I have completely changed mine to keep it extremely brief. But I do want to say that this is really a very special class. I know so many of you so well and have watched you do amazing things, whether it be on the theater stage or the athletic field or in your service above self. So we really, really wanted to be sure that we were able to do this as a group outdoors. And I have to say, I have to thank my mom, because when all else fails, she says, pray and light candles. And I did both for the past week. And so thanks, Mom. That's why we're all here together. At least that's how I feel. So I'm going to leave you with some words from Mark Twain. I think it says it all. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. I add, always remember your Oceanside roots and stay sailor strong. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Harrington. It is now my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2023, Miss Lindsay Chekhov.
Good evening, friends, family, faculty, administration, board members, and most importantly, my incredible peers. It is truly an honor and a privilege to be standing here speaking to all of you on one of the biggest days of our lives, the graduation of Oceanside High School's class of 2023. As I sat to write this speech, I spent a lot of time reflecting on what made growing up in Oceanside so unique. I thought about our incredible teachers who encouraged collaboration within the classrooms and promoted positive and safe learning environments. I remembered my eagerness to go to Calner's 9th period A-Push class, ready to both learn about U.S. history and also defend that Calner is, in fact, LeBron James. I thought about how I spent my off periods in the shop room with Lacascia's heavy metal blasting in the background, hoping to be able to lend a helping hand with someone's project. I recalled the anticipation felt while sitting around a Van de Graaff generator, holding hands with my entire physics class, as Mr. Wolfson simply laughed as our hair began to stand. This sense of academic excitement started within the classrooms, stemming from the sense of unity instilled in students by teachers. Outside of the classroom, there was the incredible sailor spirit we all shared while cheering in 309 every weekend during the fall, and the exhilaration of dressing up as a pilot and biker and screaming at 6 a.m. in the lobby the day before sport night. By the way, I know we lost, but BTV forever. And of course, I'll never forget the triumph felt as we dropped our canes and walkers and sprinted to the middle of the gym to get our trophy after finally winning Battle of the Classes. I also spoke to many of our classmates and asked for their most memorable moments. I heard from athletes who told me that what they will miss most is not the feeling that they had after winning the big game, but the time that they spent with lifelong teammates at practices and pasta parties. One of our thespians shared her excitement about the community showing up and selling out their production of Legally Blonde. A member of the World Interest Club told me that the highlight of his WIC career was at the delegate dance at Brown of 2022 when the club became family. I heard from someone in the symphonic and pit orchestra that his best moment was easily when the community showed up to support their last concert. And a friend in the tech class told me how great it was to see the turnout at this year's car show, which nearly doubled in size from last year. Eventually, I realized that there was one common string tying together these experiences: community. It did not matter who I spoke to, what classes they took, or what activities they were involved in. Every single person highlighted the support of their classmates, teachers, administrators, and the Oceanside community as easily the most memorable and meaningful part of their OHS experience. It wasn't even close. There truly is no stronger community than that of Oceanside, and it has played a pivotal role in shaping myself and every single one of us into the people we are today. Community is more than just a group of individuals with common interests. It is the feeling of belonging and empowerment obtained when cultivating connections with those who have shared passions, values, or experiences. A strong community not only allows us, but encourages us to step out of our comfort zone and become the best version of ourselves. A strong community is capable of facing any challenge that it meets. We were only in second grade when Superstorm Sandy flooded our homes and destroyed our town. While we may not remember all the details of it, it is impossible to forget how our community bonded together to rebuild in the aftermath. School administrators came together to make sure that we had classrooms and materials to work with. Our parents shared generators and helped neighbors rebuild. And at 7 or 8 years old, we crafted wooden stars with messages of hope to beautify our town and inspire each other to stay strong through those dark days. Those stars still hang today as a symbol of our fortitude and resilience. More recently, as the entire world seemed to fall apart during the COVID pandemic, our community once again acted as a guiding force, showing us the way to overcome hardships. Even though we could not physically interact, we still managed to find ways to be there for one another. We went for walks or bike rides, always 6 feet apart, of course, had Zoom events and school gatherings, and attended drive-by birthday parties and graduations. When we finally returned to school without masks, social distancing, or cohorts, we celebrated each moment and savored the things we had previously taken for granted, like high-fiving friends in the hall, visiting our favorite teachers during lunch, or hanging out in each other's cars in the lot. Not only did the Oceanside community overcome these obstacles, we came back stronger in spite of them. Starting on our first day at the kindergarten center to our last day as an official student in the Oceanside School District, we have cultivated relationships that have been an integral part of our day-to-day lives and development. As we walk off this field today as graduates, joining the ranks of accomplished Sailor alumni, we will turn in many different directions. We will join new communities, whether it's at college, vocational school, the workplace, the military, or somewhere else. I encourage you all to take the lessons that you have learned on your journey to this moment and fully invest yourself into your new communities. Develop meaningful relationships with those around you and contribute in every way that you can. Support others during times of hardship and don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it. Go to sports games and cheer for your team. Dance and sing with your friends. Live life to the fullest and don't take anything for granted. Don't be afraid to take chances or make mistakes. Work hard at whatever you do and take pride in everything that you will achieve. Be respectful of those who are different from you and always act with compassion and integrity. As noted Professor Henry Joseph Maciel-Nowen once said, community is first of all a quality of the heart. It grows from the spiritual knowledge that we are alive, not for ourselves, but for one another. With that in mind, always remember that no matter where you are or what you are doing, the Oceanside spirit of support and this community will forever remain in your heart. I hope that on the days that you are happy, you reach out to celebrate with this amazing class, and on those days that you are down, for whatever reason it may be, I hope that you still reach out so that we can lift you up. Thank you to each and every one of you for being an invaluable and unforgettable part of my community. Congratulations to all of you on this achievement, and I wish you the best of luck with your next chapter.
Thank you, Lindsay. It is my pleasure to introduce again the class of 2023 Senior Class President, Mr. Michael Kane, for the presentation of the Senior Gift.
I would now like to invite the President of the Board of Education, Mr. Seth Blau, to the podium for the presentation of the Senior Gift. Now, I would like to present the Senior Gift to OHS this year. Firstly, I want to thank the Board of Education for supporting the student government's efforts over the course of this year. We could not have accomplished any of our goals without you, so your openness to our ideas is truly acknowledged. We would also like to thank Mrs. Comediello, the Student Activities Coordinator. Your guidance is greatly appreciated, and we know the future of this school is in good hands with you. This year, the senior class will leave OHS with 4 new decorative banners hanging outside the school over the first parking lot. This beautification project is meant to commemorate both the classes of 2022 and 2023. Thank you again, and enjoy the rest of the ceremony.
Thank you, Michael, and the entire class of 2023. Good afternoon to the parents, family members, teachers, administrators, and most of all, our soon-to-be graduates. Along the same lines and sentiments of Dr. Harrington and Dr. Mitchell, far be it for me to prolong this ceremony and have some unfortunate results that are beyond our control due to the weather. But I am honored to be here today to stand before you on behalf of the Oceanside Board of Education. We are all here together, and we are here together as one. And what did we learn from today, or about today? We're all still students, we're always learning, and what we learned about today is that you need to be flexible. And regardless of how much planning, regardless of what your intent, how much hard work you put into things, there are some things that may be beyond your control, and you have to go with it. You have to work with it. In fact, to quote David Lee Roth, you need to be able to roll with the punches and get to what's real. And we are here today, and this is real. And congratulations to the class on behalf of the Board of Education. We're incredibly proud of your accomplishments. We're incredibly proud to see you here today. We wish you all the best of luck in all your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Blau. Together with OHS Castleton Principal, Mr. Frankie Simmons, it is my privilege to deliver this year's principal message. In the interest of time and a race against the weather, I will be brief today. However, I must address the incredible resiliency of this class. Whether it was a freshman year cut short by COVID, or their sophomore year of hybrid instruction and quarantines, or an outside graduation under gray skies and a little rain, this is the group that will stand out and continues to impress me with their flexibility and strength. And it is this group, the class of 2023, who I am so confident and sure that will continue to turn these challenges into success, will continue to turn roadblocks into new paths, and continue to turn rain clouds into rainbows. So without further ado, Mr. Blau, will you please join me at the podium? It is my pleasure to introduce to you the Oceanside High School class of 2023. And Mr. Blau, will you please assist me in presenting the first diplomas to those students who are here with us on the day. Valedictorian, Lindsay Chekhov. Salutatorian and Senior Class President, Michael Payne. Senior Class Vice President, Olivia Desario. Senior Class Secretary, Vincent Staffa. Senior Class Treasurer, Kiera Dannon. Senior Shared Decision-Making Representative, Janine Chi. GEO President, Kirsten Albaz. GEO Vice President, Gabriella Relusco. GEO Secretary, Josie Zaccoli. And GEO Treasurer, Ava Blau. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Harrington to the podium to hand out the diplomas to the class of 2023.
Andrew Rivas.
He's a third from the back. There's two guys behind.
He's third from last,
Justin
yeah?
Ramirez.
Of course he is.
Delvin Ramos. Ava Randazzo.
Ava!
Jacob Rappan. Ethan Recchia.
Go Ethan!
Alan Rizvatovic. Emma Reiser. Brian Rempel. Morgan Remy. Emily Ripken. Gisette Rodriguez. Marianne Rodriguez. Alexander Romer. Nicholas Romeo.
Like 7 foot tall.
Dylan Ronan.
That's gonna be you. You're gonna be 8 foot tall.
He is very tall, isn't he?
Rosamilia. Jason Rosenbaum.
Rebecca Rubin, Thomas Rubino, Brandon Ruderman, Olivia Ruggiano, Liliana Russo, Mackenzie Sakaris, Ronald Salerno, Alexander Santos, Andre Sandu,